We move on from the Summerslam pay-per-view and we now turn our attention to the Smackdown exclusive pay-per-view Backlash, where our superstars are looking for their own piece of revenge from what took place at the Summerslam pay-per-view. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Backlash. Welcome to WWE 2k19 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz, and it is Smackdown's second exclusive pay-per-view in Universe Mode history. And tonight, AJ Styles will look to become the WWE Champion when he faces Roman Reigns in our main event. And we've got plenty more where that came from as we get things underway to start things off here tonight. We will see the Club go up against the Shield in a tag team match. This match will determine who will face the Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships in the near future. It is going to be Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins teaming up to face Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. These two entities met at SummerSlam when we saw the Shield go down to the Club. AJ Styles and Luke Gallows were the final men standing as they took out the dominant Shield. Well, this team has been so impressive, and now the Club have a chance to become tag team champions again in the near future. You go back a few weeks ago where we saw Dean Ambrose interrupt and distract Luke Gallows as Carl Anderson was stuck in the ring all by himself. A handicap situation erupted, and it was enough to cause them to lose the tag team titles to the Bar. Well, the rivalry between the Shield and the Club has certainly benefited the Bar and also hindered them at the same time. The Club have been able to win the tag team titles thanks to Shield involvement. They're also able to lose the tag team titles because of Shield involvement. Well, now the Shield want to get involved themselves. They want to win the tag team titles for themselves. They had a shot at the tag team titles at Money in the Bank in a triple threat tag team match. Unsuccessful. But a new combination tonight. Rollins and Ambrose will team up. Roman Reigns prepares to face AJ Styles later on in our main event, when the WWE Championship will be on the line. Will this new combination of Rollins and Ambrose be good enough to find a victory for them? Roman Reigns, you can see there on your screen, looks focused and determined. AJ Styles out of here tonight supporting his brothers-in-arms in Gallows and Anderson. Reigns supporting the Shield. Maybe they'll get into a bit of a tussle before we even have our main event tonight. But this match is underway, and here we go. Straight away, both men running at each other. And a collar and elbow tie-up to start off as Seth Rollins gets the upper hand. Mr. Money in the Bank Seth Rollins has got the briefcase. If he wants to cash it in, he can do so. Luke Gallows in the corner now. Rollins does have that luxury if things go wrong tonight for Roman Reigns against AJ Styles. Perhaps a bit of backup there, a bit of insurance available. Rollins could cash in and try and make the most of his opportunity. Or if he wants to try and cash in on Roman Reigns, there's always that option. There's been a lot of talk about Money in the Bank when it comes to Seth Rollins and where he will go. I think a lot of people are starting to believe that perhaps Seth Rollins might have one eye on, as they repeated knees here, might have one eye on Samoa Joe and his Universal Championship over on Raw. A lot of history between those two. And I'd have to say, that kind of makes the most sense if I'm Seth Rollins. Go back to Raw and try and get some revenge on what took place. Of course, let's not forget Samoa Joe took the WWE Universal Championship away from Seth Rollins to begin with, which is one of the reasons why he's here on SmackDown to this day. So it would make a lot of sense if Rollins did head in that direction, but at the same time, you get the feeling that Rollins has got a bit of a fresh start here on SmackDown. It's for the first time in his career, so you get the feeling that perhaps he wants to stay here on the blue brand and see what he can do. And so far, not a lot from Seth Rollins other than winning Money in the Bank. He's had his issues with Styles. They've yet to see a match between those two one-on-one. Now he's been focusing on the Club itself with Gallows and Anderson fighting alongside the Shield, but perhaps his own singles career has taken a bit of a dive because of his involvement in this, so it is a very interesting situation. Right now, Rollins is driving Gallows into the turnbuckle. It's been a good start here by Seth Rollins. Luke Gallows was one of the sole survivors at SummerSlam. I think much of us were a little bit surprised by that. But he showed that, he can hang with some of the best here. As right now, Rollins, oh no, look out, shot to the midsection. Curb stomp! Rollins with a curb stomp. Early days of the match. Anderson realizing the severity of the situation. He's got to get there and get himself involved, and he does. Well, Dean Ambrose, he was out in that 6-man tag due to count out. Rollins was put away by a thunderous chokeslam by Luke Gallows that kept him down for 3. And you know that Rollins is going to look for some revenge here tonight. I think many of us are a little bit surprised that Gallows was able to pin Seth Rollins, but so I'm fully expecting Seth Rollins to look to try and bounce back here tonight and perhaps try and pin Luke Gallows himself in this one to get a bit of revenge. Has to deal with Carl Anderson right now, and Anderson has put up some great performances throughout the history of Universe Mode as a solo in these individual tag team matches. We just see sometimes Carl Anderson enter into a match and it changes the course of a match. It turns it around for the team as Dean Ambrose there with a big boot enters back in himself. And now Ambrose trying to connect with the right hand, can't quite do it. And Carl Anderson, hangs him up on the ropes there. Anderson, I thought he was shaping to go for that spine bust, but instead he moved it back towards the ropes there. And we know that spine bust that Anderson does deliver is deadly. And I'm sure he will look to execute it later on in the match. And slow things down here for the team. And I don't mind this from the club, just trying to work themselves into this one. Considering how big of a match it is for them, as now Roman Reigns, of course, he's here to get himself some involvement as Ambrose gets back to his feet. And Anderson, he's distracted again. Now Ambrose is able to take advantage. Carl Anderson can't afford to get himself distracted here by Reigns. You know he's there, but you're just going to try and ignore him to the best of your ability. Roman Reigns trying to make as much of an impact as he can in this match as possible. We know that whoever wins this one tonight might have a bit of an impact on what happens in our main event later. If AJ Styles and the club win here, you get the feeling that perhaps when Styles meets Reigns later on tonight, it will just give him a bit more of a confidence boost. The morale in the group will be much stronger. And if you're coming into the main event tonight with a loss next to your name, I get the feeling that it might be a double whammy tonight. You don't want to come into the main event not feeling 100% confident after experiencing a loss earlier on with your team. Of course, Styles and Reigns probably won't have much of an impact themselves on this match, but regardless, it'll just have a bit of an impact on the overall morale of the team and how you're feeling and how confident you're going into the big one. So this is an important match, which is why Reigns and Styles are out here right now to support their brothers. Dean Ambrose tossed up and driven down. Now Gallows wraps him up and drops him down himself. Luke Gallows looking pretty good here. Anderson was not much of a factor at SummerSlam, so you know he's looking for a bit of revenge here for tonight. He wants to really prove himself on the big stage. As now it is going to be all about Luke Gallows, who wraps up Dean Ambrose and takes him down. That very well could be it. Gallows has come in and changed the course of this one for himself. We talked about how Carl Anderson can do it. Well, I think Luke Gallows has done it right here. Well, maybe ever since SummerSlam, after surviving that match, I think Luke Gallows has just gained an extra step or two. His own personal morale, his confidence level is sky high. Just kind of believing in himself a little bit more, perhaps that there is no weak link in the club, that he is good enough to be on the same level as Carl Anderson and AJ Styles. Anderson's back in working away on Dean Ambrose right now. Ambrose, the former WWE Intercontinental and United States Champion. He only needs the tag team titles to tick it off the list. And drop kick there by Anderson. It's the tag team titles. He'll be a Grand Slam champion, the first one here in Universe Mode. So close to doing it, as now Carl Anderson picked up and driven down there by Dean. To the outside of the ring as well, just for some extra discomfort for Carl Anderson. And now the heads collide, the right hands are being thrown, and the offense is coming right now. Dean Ambrose needs to try and deliver something here. And he's going to deliver Carl Anderson straight to Seth Rollins. Can he get the tag? There it is. Rollins now with the boot up in the corner. Anderson bouncing straight off the boot. Down he goes, and he's in a bit of pain. And now, Seth Rollins trying to get Carl Anderson to stay down for as long as possible here, working away on him. Rollins has got a hold of him into the corner. Seth, no. Met with the boot there this time. It's by Carl Anderson. Went for the cutter. Missed out. And Anderson drives the knee straight in the back of Seth Rollins. This is a match in the balance right now between two of the best teams we have here on SmackDown. Carl Anderson tags out. Luke Gallows comes in. And Gallows working away in the shoulders here of Rollins. He's trying to get things back in their own grasp. Try not to let this match slip away. And that's a bad strategy if you are Gallows and Anderson, to let Rollins at any point in time get back to his feet just like that and get back in control. You cannot allow it to happen. And they're trying their best, to be fair. They're trying their best to keep Rollins and Ambrose down. It's clearly what they're trying to do here. But it's not what that's really happening. It's not really working out for them. Is now Rollins suplexing Luke Gallows back inside the ring. Rollins now going to line him up here. He tried earlier on to beat him. Can he do it this time? You know he wants this. You know he wants to beat him. Here we go. Curb stomp. Gotta be all. Ambrose has got to get there to make sure that Anderson doesn't break things up here. The curb stomp. Here comes Anderson, and he'll get there again. Well, that's poor tag team work there by Ambrose. He had plenty of time. Rollins gave him time to make sure of it, and he just failed to stop Anderson, who's very quick off his feet. Off the mark, he got there real quickly to break up that pinfall. Ambrose, it's too late now. He's taking care of it, Anderson now, but it's just far too late. That's poor work from Dean. And perhaps that's just the lack of tag team matches over the last number of years. And let's not forget, when Rollins and Reigns, the Shield, when they were tag team champions, Dean Ambrose didn't really feature all that often when the Shield were running hot in the tag team division. Ambrose was trying to become United States champion at the time. Didn't quite work out for him. So it has not been, there has not been that many times where Ambrose has shown and proven himself as a tag team competitor. A bit of lack of experience in recent times on display there. Right now, Gallows just driving the head of Rollins in the turnbuckle again. Rollins is seeing fairies right now. He's got no idea where he's at. Luke Gallows could really take advantage here. And now's the backbreaker coming along. Right there as Rollins is hurting. Now the elbow. Here's a couple more. Luke Gallows showing his stamina on display there. Getting up and back down over and over there for 3 elbows right to Seth Rollins. Oh, here it comes. The choke slam that pinned him at SummerSlam. But down to one knee. Can he get there? He's not going to go for the cover, though. The chokeslam upset Rollins at SummerSlam. Now the double! Grabbed him by the throat and drove him down, but wasting time. Reigns distracting Gallows, and there is the ultimate mistake there by the club. Rollins is down. He's beaten the chokeslam and the double-handed big-time slam. And now the tag. No cover at all. And Rollins, he was down for about 10 seconds. This match could have been over. The club, I'm not sure why they did it, but a big mistake that you don't normally see from them. A team that has a 70% win record here on Universe Mode. You don't normally see them make those types of mistakes, but they did it just there. Reigns has introduced a steel chair, by the way. And I think Carl Anderson thought about picking it up, and no! Rollins! Oh! Did he catch some of the chair on the way down? But a kick out. And Seth Rollins turns his back, making sure that Luke Gallows is not coming in the ring. And Rollins is looking to fly up on the top of the rope. Carl Anderson's down. Frog splash, but the knees. But if you notice, oh, what a knee there by Rollins. If you notice, Rollins has got a bit of padding on tonight with the Shield gear. He's got a little bit of protection on the midsection. So when the double knees hit, Rollins not as effective as... not as affected as he normally would be. Perhaps Rollins planned ahead. Knew that he could take that risk without that much of
of a penalty if he didn't quite execute. Drop kick by Rollins. And now, can he continue this offense? This match is in the balance. Carl Anderson needs a tag. Gallows is ready to come back in here. Rollins is slowing himself down a little bit. He's just a little bit fatigued. Anderson's struggling, but Rollins going to keep the offense going now with a suplex, snapping down, and Anderson is in a bad way here. Rollins again gets him up to his feet, shrugs him away, and now Carl Anderson, no, can't quite connect with the right hand. More rights now by Seth. In the wrong corner though, and there's a sling blade. This is why he's Mr. Money in the Bank. This is why he's a multiple-time world champion. Rollins is an all-star athlete, and he is getting the job done right now for the Shield. Anderson continues to try and crawl to his corner, but Rollins shuts it down again. Mr. Money in the Bank searching for an opportunity for the tag team titles. He's been tag team champion on 2 occasions already. He would love to be a third. As Rollins is going to look for the tag, and Anderson realized that Rollins was going to go for it. Change plans, and instead, he's going to go for a tag himself. Is he? Yes. Gallows is back in. Luke Gallows, can he capitalize on a down Seth Rollins? Can he find that chokeslam again? Rollins is dazzled, but he's back now, trying to take advantage. Here we go! Big super kick! Right on the jaw! Gallows is hurting. Rollins gonna drive him in the corner. Will he bring Dean in? No. A forearm right to the corner there, connecting again on the skull. And now, here we go. Spins him out. Whipcord knee. Oh, that's gotta be all. Ambrose this time. No, he can't take care of it. Oh, Carl Anderson. But Anderson could not get there in time. And Rollins, with the big time knee, has found a way to knock off Gallows, get some revenge, and the Shield are now #1 contenders. Anderson came within a whisker of breaking up that pinfall at the end. So close, but yet so far away. Ambrose, the distraction job was good enough, I suppose. Just good enough to keep them in the hunt and good enough to get them the win. The Shield have done it. Rollins in the middle can celebrate. Reigns did his part. Ambrose was solid. And the Shield will face the bar now for the Tag Team Championships of SmackDown. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we will find out who will be the #1 contender for the United States Championship when we see Bobby Lashley, The Miz, and Kofi Kingston, of course, Rhyno as well, compete in a fatal 4-way matchup. It should be a good contest here. Of course, AJ Styles is the United States Champion, but he's busy looking to win the WWE Championship tonight, so he won't have to do double duty. Instead, we're going to figure out who will be the next man in line to face him. And we begin things here with Kofi Kingston on his way to the ring. A former Intercontinental and Tag Team Champion here in Universe Mode, who only the last month or so has decided, you know what, how about we try and become a singles champion once again and look to go after the United States Championship. Kofi Kingston boasting about a 57 win percentage here in Universe Mode. If he wins tonight, it'll be his 80th win here in the series. It's pretty good numbers for Kofi Kingston. The Miz, on the other hand, his record not as impressive. In fact, he's got over 80 losses here in Universe Mode, and he currently has a 43% win record. So clearly the Miz has struggled a little bit to get consistency going, but he has been a former United States Champion, of course, and he was champion not all that long ago, the Miz, and he would love to be champion again. I think the Miz has just started to get things going for himself, just started to figure out where he needs to, what he needs to improve on, where he's been going wrong. And the Miz, I think, is starting to build himself up to be a credible star once again. Former Tag Team Champion as well here in Universe Mode, so he knows what it's like to be a champion, but singles championships have been hard to come by for the Miz. And for Rhyno, a man who has not held a singles championship here in Universe Mode, not through a lack of effort. He has had many chances when he was back on Raw to challenge for that US title. He tried and tried and tried, but just couldn't quite get it done. Rhyno, of course, here on Smackdown was one half of the most successful tag teams we've seen here in the series with RKO. He and Randy Orton dominated the division for a long, long time. Rhyno now has a 59% win record. Very, very impressive. And finally, last but not least, Bobby Lashley, who may have got the biggest scalp under his belt here out of everybody in this match when he defeated Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. No wonder why he's happy here tonight. That SummerSlam victory earned him a spot in this match, and you can tell he is ready to go. Lashley only has lost once here in Universe Mode, and that was when Brock Lesnar beat him back at Extreme Rules. So Lashley has not been beaten since then, and he has looked very, very good. As we said, he beat Lesnar, and Lashley looks ready to go, and a great start there. Kofi Kingston with a Hurricane Runner as well, and Rhyno with Lashley coming after The Miz. Fatal 4-way rules, of course. No DQ, no countouts. Pinfall must take place inside the ring, however. Four great stars, all could really use the big opportunity to face AJ. All of them, I'm sure, would love to be US champion. It's interesting, you know, Lashley's never won a singles or any title for that matter here in Universe Mode. He's only had 7 matches. The Miz could really use the win. You know, his career's been up and down, up and down. Kofi looking to perhaps transition away from the tag team division, as is Rhyno. So, some similar career paths here. You know, a lot of these guys haven't quite proven themselves as singles, you know, on a long-term basis, and this is a real chance to get themselves on the right path to get there and become a singles champion again. And I'm sure if one of these guys do go on to win the United States Championship from AJ Styles, that these 4 men will all meet again in some capacity. I'm sure that they'll all continue to hunt down that US title in the near future. Lashley right now working away on The Miz. Kofi's got Rhyno in the corner. And I gotta say, Rhyno was the surprise package in this one. You know, when Kofi Kingston meet Harper, I thought, okay, that's a fair contest, a really close one. It could go either way, but you know, I wasn't exactly surprised or shocked when Kofi Kingston beat Harper. I thought Kofi was capable. The Miz, you know, he qualified, and wasn't that all that surprised. Lashley beating Lesnar, obviously, that was a massive surprise, but we didn't know the US title was going to be inbound for Lashley when he did that. But for Rhyno, he had a qualification match against Rusev, and I gotta say, I was backing Rusev every step of the way to get it done. I did not expect Rhyno to do it, as Rhyno go for a cover. Lashley gets there. I didn't expect Rhyno at all to come along and beat Rusev in that matchup. It was a bit of a demolition derby. When we saw both guys just battling away, the barricade was broken. It was just chaos in the ring, and Miz trying to fire himself up here as he mocks Kofi Kingston. Interesting strategy there from The Miz. So Rhyno beating Rusev, earning a spot here, and surprising us all. But Rhyno, look, as we said, he's got a very good record here in Universe Mode. He had a dominant reign as a tag team champion. He knows what it takes to be champion and defend the title. Singles championships, though, are very different. He's all alone, and many will say that Rhyno perhaps was carried a little bit by the legendary Randy Orton. But I don't think so. We saw Rhyno impress many a time, and quite often when the 1-2-3 was slapped down to give RKO the victory, it was Rhyno getting the job done after the gore. So Rhyno, he has been impressive, but can he transfer that tag team form into single success, as Lashley there to break that up again? So far, so good here for Rhyno against Kofi Kingston. Oh! Kingston firing into the ring there and taking down Rhyno. Lashley and Kingston now. And Lashley over the top, the powerhouse Bobby Lashley. Might come into this one as the favorite, just because of the fact that he has that Brock Lesnar win under his belt, but it's fatal 4-way. You know, you could lose this one without even being involved in the decision. That's what this match can bring to the table. Miz and Rhyno right now working away on one another, and Miz looking for a DDT, swings it out and finds it. Miz could win this one right here, but obviously Kofi and Lashley in the ring. Kofi distracted right now with Lashley, and Miz figured, you know what, let's go for it, but Kingston turned around and realized what the Miz was going to go for. Miz looking to line up Rhyno now, perhaps looking for that skull-crushing finale. If he can find it, it might be the finale to this matchup. Miz from behind, oh, he's got it, yes! Skull-crushing finale! Kingston crossbody! 2 men go for the cover at the same time! And the referee caught in the crossfire there. Well, Kofi went for the cover. Lashley, I believe, kicked out. Or Kofi might have let the cover go because he realized the Miz was going for it. I don't know what would have happened there. Kingston technically getting his cover in beforehand would have won the match if he had been able to find 3. I think Kofi was more concerned about the fact that obviously Rhyno was down with the skull-crushing finale. More of a chance that Rhyno could have been pinned there. Kingston might have realized that, and the referee was caught in the crossfire, so nobody could really end up getting a chance for the 3 count regardless. And Miz getting chopped away now by Rhyno, who's trying to get himself back into it. Tough start here for Rhyno. Getting found out a little bit here, the veteran. There's all. He wraps the Miz up there on the ropes. Lashley now coming after Kofi. And Kingston has been a tremendous star here for a long, long time in the company. As we said, we go back to Season 1 where he was competing against Wade Barrett for the Intercontinental Championship, having success there. As a solo, the New Day came along, he had success there. You know, Kofi has really done some tremendous things here in his career, but it's been a while since he's had that last taste of championship gold as a solo. As Lashley with a beautiful suplex takes down Rhyno, great show of strength. And he's working away on Rhyno with those right hands. Miz wants a piece of him. I don't think the Miz wants anything to do with Lashley. You can't blame the man. As Rhyno, leg sweep, down goes Miz. Miz been tag team champion as well as US champion. Miz is competing with Dean Ambrose to win that championship. And end up losing it to him as well, of course. And Kofi, oh no. What about that from Bobby Lashley? Great strength on display. Bobby Lashley is a force to be reckoned with. Rhyno, is he about to get a taste of his own medicine, or is it going to be Kofi Kingston? It's going to be Rhyno! Lashley went for the spear. Rhyno realized what was coming. Wasn't quite sure for a moment there who Lashley was lining up, but it was Rhyno in fact, and perhaps he should have went after Kofi, as Rhyno can't find the drop kick. Kofi now going to be driven into the corner there by the big man. Rhyno, perfect chance here to strike. If he can find the gore, he might be able to find the victory. This is what it's all about. You've got to make the most of your opportunities. If you get a small little window of opportunity, you've got to take it. Kofi trying to do that right now. Ooh, a kick out of 2 there by the big man, the man beast Rhyno. Rhyno, the veteran. Had to be picked up again by Lashley, but Rhyno able to stop it. Kofi with a big left hand there, and Lashley with a spine buster. Kingston rolls through, and now going to flip the Miz to the other side of the ring. Lashley, oh! Trouble in paradise! Lashley's been met! Kofi's gonna do it! Cover him, Kofi! You've got it won! Here it is! Kofi with the trouble in paradise! Lashley gets the shoulder up at 2 though! Kofi, did he waste just a fraction of time? Oh, he nearly had Lashley beat. And now Kofi gonna drive Lashley in the corner. Miz gonna interrupt. Hits him with a suplex. Gives Lashley a chance to recover though. Rhino's gonna turn his attention to Lashley. And Lashley getting struck in the corner there by Rhyno. Now the boot right to the face. Miz taking care of. Oh, the gore! Where did that come from? What a gore! Rhyno! I have no idea where that came from. And now, Kofi tried to steal the win. Not going to happen though. And Kofi now over the top. See you later. Lashley in the ring now with the Miz all alone. Oh no, Miz. You might want to get up. Lashley all over the Miz. Kofi. Oh, his head went and hit the steel steps on the way down there. Rhyno dealing with him the outside of the ring. Miz with a big boot. Perhaps the Miz could strike here and win this thing. Kofi still down. Lashley taking care of the Miz. Lashley trying to wear down the Miz right now. And Rhyno wearing away here on Kofi. Now Lashley running. Power slam. Hooks the leg. And that'll be all. Bobby Lashley picks up the win. Miz isolated, all alone. And when you got someone with the caliber and the strength of Lashley, you're in trouble. Lashley picked up the Miz and just struck him and drove him straight into the canvas with a running power slam. Braun Strowman-like with the power that he has behind it. And Lashley has become the #1 contender. I thought when Rhyno hit that gore, that could have been it. I couldn't believe he hit that. And Miz, he put up a big fight here, but clearly, when you're alone with Lashley, it's trouble. And I tell you what, Lashley now picks up another win. He might be the man. He might be the one guy that could beat AJ Styles. Considering the role that AJ is on, you're going to have to be an all-star athlete, and Bobby Lashley is just that. AJ, tonight could be the most important match in your career for quite some time. This is your big night. How much would beating Roman Reigns mean to you? Let me just put it this way. Back in January, I was having the run of my career. I was beating everybody that was standing in my way, all comers, putting them down 1, 2, 3. And then a guy named Roman Reigns, who thought he was bigger than the business, who thought he was better than everybody else, came, stepped up to the plate, and beat me fair and square 1, 2, 3 right in the middle. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. I was banned from having another opportunity because I lost so many times. I couldn't beat Roman Reigns. Nothing I did, everything I tried, it failed. Roman Reigns got the better of me. Roman Reigns proved that he's the better superstar than me. And I've had many, many months to reflect on what went wrong, how I went wrong, and where I can go ahead and improve. I've gone ahead and I've won the United States Championship. And by winning the US Championship, I kind of learned what it meant and what it felt like to be a great champion again. I learned quickly that being a champion means the world to me. And someone like Roman Reigns has just now gone and blown everything out of proportion. Where Sami Zayn beat him, but it was overturned because Roman Reigns thinks he's bigger than everybody else and he can beat anyone up. Now he's recruited the Shield to help him out as well, and they feel as though they're untouchable. Roman Reigns believes that he is unstoppable. And he may be right. But I feel as though I might be the one guy left here on SmackDown that can stop Roman Reigns. And I've tried everything in my power to get myself an opportunity, but I was turned down every single time until SummerSlam, where the club, they helped me take down the Shield, and finally, this clause was revoked. Tonight's my opportunity. Tonight is my night. I cannot afford to let this one go, because I don't know if I'll ever get another opportunity for the WWE Championship if I fail tonight. Simply put, tonight is everything. Tonight, it's do or die. If I lose tonight, I don't know what the future is for me. I need to beat Roman Reigns. I want to beat Roman Reigns. I want to be WWE Champion more than anything in the world right now. Somebody needs to put an end to Roman Reigns. Somebody needs to knock Roman Reigns down a peg or two. Somebody needs to do something. And tonight, I'm going to give everything I've got, every single ounce of energy I've got to make sure that that somebody is me. AJ Styles is ready to go for tonight's clash against Roman Reigns. Knowing the stakes of it, he knows what he needs to do. He believes he's ready for the big one. Well, the Authors of Pain, they're ready for their rematch against the New Day. A couple of weeks ago, we saw the New Day and the AOP have a tag team match. And on that occasion, the AOP could not defeat the New Day. The New Day were too good for the inexperienced AOP, and we saw the Authors of Pain take the L. Authors of Pain, though, they were very frustrated with the way they performed, and they believe that given another opportunity, they can upset the New Day. Of course, we know who the number one contenders for the Tag Team Championships, obviously the Shield now, but I think the AOP would love to keep their name out there as a team that could challenge the Bar or whoever will be the Tag Team Champions in the near future. So two of the better teams here in the Tag Team division will have a matchup right now to determine who might be, well, not next in line, but the one after that, or trying to leapfrog one another anyways up the rankings list. We saw Kofi Kingston in action a moment ago. He was pretty impressive in that fatal four-way. Unfortunately, no victory for him. So can the New Day, well, make it 1-1 for tonight with Big E and Xavier Woods on their way to the ring? Well, so much to like about Big E, so much to like about Xavier Woods. Great tag team combination. The New Day, former tag team champions as well. Can they get back to the top? Because let's be honest, it's been a while. It's been a while for the New Day. They haven't had the success that they would have liked, but they still boast a pretty handy record in Universe Mode history. There's no doubt about that. They are still a top-of-the-line tag team, 58% win record. They've had 88 matches as a team. Only the Bludgeon Brothers and the Shield have had more here on SmackDown, so they've had plenty of experience, plenty of success. 58% win record is pretty impressive over that period of time. As to show throughout all the seasons they've been together, they've had majority success. Tag team champions at one point, but it's been a long time. Can they get back there? Well, we've been told, ladies and gentlemen, a late change has been made to this match to spice things up. Our general manager Edge has decided to make this match a no disqualification, no countout. So it looks like both teams will be in there at the same time with Tornado Tag Team rules. So that has just added an extra element to this match. And obviously what it could mean is that there might be some times this match where we will see a 2-on-1 situation and someone could be isolated. There even could be some weapons. This could be chaos. You never know. But a Tornado Tag Team no disqualification matchup, so no holds barred, you can essentially say, here tonight for the New Day and the AOP. And the New Day got the better of them in a standard tag team match, but I might get the feeling that this might suit the AOP a little bit more. This frantic style as a beautiful maneuver there by, I believe that's Akam, who flew off the top of the rope there. And he flew over and landed onto Big E. Akam and Razar, the AOP, Razar slamming down Xavier. Big E, is he about to see the same treatment? Yes, he does, this time from Akam. AOP with a strong start here. This is danger signs. If you are a fan of the New Day, they need to start to step it up ASAP. Right hand there by Big E, right there on Akam. And Tornado Tag Team rules. No titles, no #1 contendership. It's just about getting the better of one another. AOP, frustrated they lost. They want a chance at a bit of revenge. And that's what Backlash is all about. As now, Xavier Woods, he introduces a steel chair. First time he missed. Second time he got him right between the eyes and the skull of Razar. Now on the body. Woods getting a bit of an equalizer. Obviously, Razar will outpower him, outmuscle him, and have the bigger size advantage, but when you got a steel chair, that'll take anybody down. Here's the cover on Big E, though, in the middle of the ring. The downside for Woods and Razar is that the pinfall must take place inside the ring. As, oh my, Razar with great power, Akam with the same. Well, right on cue, the AOP just showing their strength, dominating the New Day. Well, before they lost their match against the New Day, the Authors of Pain had only had 7 losses in their Universe Mode careers. They still boast a very healthy 67% win record, so you compare that to the New Day, AOP have had a little bit more success, former tag team champions in NXT, and I don't think they've lost many since coming to Smackdown, if many at all, until they lost against the New Day, so they have been so impressive. In a roster now, I really believe that Smackdown has the premier tag team division right now. It is red hot with the teams they've got. Obviously the Club, the Shield now. Oh my, kendo stick there from Xavier Woods. Not to mention, obviously these 2 tag teams in this one as well. You've got the Bludgeon Brothers. They're a tremendous team. Titus Worldwide on their night could be good. And even the Ascension starting to rise back up under the tutelage of Bray Wyatt. So there's plenty to like in this division. There's a lot of good teams. That's why every match is so crucial. And that's why the AOP were disappointed they lost, because they know that another loss could really impact their chances of getting themselves in the mix. Here's the Boston Crab now, as Xavier Woods is wrenched back there, the body in a lot of pain. That's Akam wrenching it and really working him away. A 2-on-1 situation, didn't really take advantage. Oh, a clothesline to the back of the head. Woods had no idea that was coming. Big E backing there though. And a right hand. And he's sent flying as Akam. Razar's in the middle of the ring now. The New Day could take advantage, but Woods is down. Akam's back in. Big E's got a hold now, but can't quite take advantage. Both teams are in there. All members are in there right now as Woods takes care of Razar. Akam coming after Big E here. Razar is stunned. Akam gets a little side Russian leg sweep onto Big E. And Woods, he's about to do some special work here with a drop kick right into the back using the ropes there to keep him tied down. Now Woods going to help out Big E, who's in a bit of trouble. Xavier! With a boot right to the face. Could be all here. New Day to win it again. Can he get it done? Oh, Woods almost had the golden boot there, but can't quite take advantage of the situation he created. And now will he submit here? He's got that arm wrenching back. Oh! He spins it around
And that's going to hurt big time. Big E going to go for it. Meanwhile, Razak back in. Big E had no idea. It's broken up. The AOP going to try and produce something here. He's going to head to the top of the rope here. Not sure about this one. Woods with the right hand. Shuts it down. But he gets the boot up. And oh! Lands down on Woods. Catches a bit of him. But Woods still seems to be okay. Now working away on the chin here. Close encounter between two great tag teams. Looking to get ahead up the rankings. Woods hooking the leg. Can't quite get it done. Rematch from Smackdown. And the New Day were very impressive with that one. But right now, you got to say the AOP look more threatening here. The New Day look like they're just hanging on. Woods set over the top of the rope. He might not have a play in this match for a little bit of time. And a clothesline didn't catch all of it. Enough to get Big E off his feet, though. Now the AOP have the potential to strike here, but Big E swats it away. And connecting. And oh, he does a 1-2 punch. Takes both members of the AOP down. And the Ulster Pain are feeling the pain right now. And oh, Big E accidentally struck Xavier Woods there. Woods is okay. And a belly to belly. Woods going to go for the cover. He'll hook the leg. Will this be all for the AOP again? No. New Day would love back-to-back wins here over the Ulster Pain. It would be huge for them. And now, oh no, from behind, Akeem's got a hold of the Big E skull. And Razak nearly took their head off Xavier Woods. Hooks the leg. Could be it. Woods. Oh, just kicks out in time. Oh man, that was close for Xavier Woods. It was almost it. He's just hanging in there right now. And Razak up on the shoulders. And down he goes with the modified powerbomb. Woods, no rope breaking force, of course. And he'll kick out. Put his hand underneath the ropes. Not matter, referee not caring. As Big E drives the knee. And he's going to look to pick him up. Oh no, interrupted there. I believe that's Akeem interrupting it and saving it for his partner. Right hand there. And oh, tosses him down. What about the strength there of the AOP? They just seem to get it done every time. And this is incredible here from the AOP. Every time that the New Day start to get something happening, they shut it down just through their brute strength and force. And oh, again now from behind. And here's the cover. Will this be all for Big E? No. Woods might want to bring that kendo stick back in here, I reckon. He needs to try and produce something here. There's something to put the AOP off their game, because right now they're doing this pretty easy. Woods trying to get in the way here, but he's just continuing the assault despite the fact Woods is in there. Now, Woods trying to hold the leg and get a submission on here. Working away on the body, on the legs now of Akeem. Razak trying to get back in there. Xavier Woods, has he got something up his sleeve? Can he save the day for the New Day? Woods finds the golden boot again. And now off the top, he's got to get there. He's got to get there in time. He just does. Almost 3. Well, he nearly made a blunder of that one, Razak. And a clothesline. Well, he was going to go off the top of the rope, but I don't think he had the range. He realized, jumped down real quick, and just got there. Big E might be looking for the big ending. Has him up on the shoulders. He's looking for it all right. He's found it as well. The big ending, and now the New Day about to win it here. 1, 2, and he'll get there again at 2. And Big E can't find the knee. Wow, this is close. The New Day nearly winning it on a couple of occasions there. Xavier Woods nearly with that boot finding a way. And Razak is just throwing bombs at anything that is or is not moving. As now he's picked up, and Big E with a back body drop. Akeem can't quite take advantage as Big E interrupts. And Woods straight back to his feet, and the New Day rather, they stand tall as Big E. He might fly off the top. He will! But I think it's counted. It's blocked. Not to be. Big E, a former United States champion in his own right. He can get it done. We know that. Slapping the face of Akeem into the steel steps. Almost getting it tattooed onto his face there. As now it's a 2-on-1 scenario. The New Day taking advantage of what they've created for themselves. And right now, Razard trying to get himself back in there. Akam's in a bit of trouble. Big E off the top. Went for the splash, but oh, he caught Woods. Woods was in the way. Got caught in the crossfire. And now from behind, a headbutt. Woods, he's hurting. Big E caught him well. And a bit of a miscommunication from the New Day may cost themselves the match here. And a huge clothesline, and that could be it. The AOP to get it done. No, it's going to be a kick out of 2. They can't quite believe it. Xavier Woods still hurting after that big attack. And now Woods. Oh! Head first. Bit of a skull-crushing finale, if you will. But now up on the shoulders. Driven down with a big-time powerbomb. Razar could have it done here. Big E's got to get up. The cover. 2. Yes, that'll be it. Big E can't get there in time. And the Authors of Pain pick up the win. Well, ever since Big E jumped off the top of the rope, caught a bit of Xavier Woods on the way down, Woods was just really hurting. He was reeling, he was really struggling, and it was only a matter of time until the AOP took advantage and picked up the win whilst Big E was still down. They did it. They have beaten the New Day and add another win to their collection. They have been so impressive, but that loss recently on Smackdown, I believe, really hurt their confidence. But now, they fight back, they get a win on pay-per-view, and I think that's really starting to prove that they can be a force to be reckoned with, and potentially even tag team champions down the line. New Day were very impressive, but just weren't quite good enough. The AOP, too big, too strong, and tonight, they move ahead perhaps as the next team in line to potentially face either the Shield or the Bar in the near future. A terrific win for the AOP. Well, we now move on to our next matchup. It'll be for the Women's Championship, and it is a massive opportunity for Bayley. She's earned her way to this match. She's grinded through the ranks. She's been working hard for many a months, and now the hard work will pay off when she faces Asuka and Charlotte in a triple threat match. Charlotte looking to defend her championship for the very first time. Bayley looking to become a women's champion for the first time in her career. She has been an NXT women's champion, but looking to win the big one now that she's a part of Smackdown. She's been impressive. She's been racking up the wins. And like I said on Smackdown not long ago, I think she's been flying under the radar, just silently getting the job done. And that's what you want to see. You know, not coming out here and telling everybody how great she is. She's just going out there in the ring and proving it. And she now boasts a very impressive 61% record. 25 wins to her name here in Universe Mode. As I said, she's got as many wins as this woman does here in Universe Mode. And only 1 extra loss. So, very, very close. Asuka and Bayley's win-loss record. It is very, very tight. As you can see, Asuka on her way to the ring now. This is her rematch after losing the championship at SummerSlam. But our general manager, Ed, decided, you know what, we've seen Asuka, we've seen that Asuka and Charlotte a couple times now. Let's give somebody else a chance to join it and spice it up that little bit more. Make it a bit more of a challenge for both these women. Asuka, women's champion. She had it for a few months until Charlotte, of course, took it at SummerSlam. She had a good reign, Asuka. I liked what we saw from her. She was very impressive, and she really proved that she was the real deal. But now, when you see Asuka, you see she's begging for it. She wants Charlotte to get out here now. She wants to fight. She's ready to go. As Charlotte is on her way to the ring. She is the women's champion for the second time in her career in Universe Mode. The first time she held it for longer than any other woman in Universe Mode history. Well, will history repeat itself? Will Charlotte turn this reign into a long one? That is the golden question. I believe she can. She's got all the tools. She's got the confidence, the swagger about her. She's got the athletic ability. There's no doubt about that. Charlotte is ready for this contest. It is for the Women's Championship. Charlotte once again in the mix, this time as champion. She will now need to defend that very title against Asuka
and Bayley. A triple threat match. We just saw a fatal 4-way earlier on. Similar rules in this one. This will be interesting. This should be exciting. And straight away, Bayley coming after the champion, trying to throw a few rights there. Charlotte unfazed. I don't think Bayley caught much of it anyways. Now she catches a few. Big chops right to the chest, and it's a bit of a double team. Both women coming after the champion right now. And Bayley says, get out of my way, Asuka. Let me take on Charlotte. And now they'll fight each other. Bayley off her feet. Asuka grabs a hold of the arm and works away on it early on. Asuka, Women's Champion in NXT. Now, of course, Women's Champion in Smackdown. You have to wonder, if she loses tonight, what is next for her? She's definitely proven herself to be one of the top competitors in the women's division here on SmackDown. And some of the other names that I believe that could be in the mix in the future. Definitely Carmella. I like what we've seen from her. Ember Moon, so close to getting here. Just had to beat Bayley on the recent episode of SmackDown. Couldn't quite do it. Bayley was good enough to find the belly to belly and secure the victory. But I think Ember Moon will be here at some point. Natalya has a lot of ability as well. And Nia Jax, she's a former women's champion in her own right, and she's been dominating her opponents every time she gets a chance to get out there. And I believe she could be a huge threat down the line. So there's definitely some women right now. So the competition's heating up. That's why when Bayley gets this opportunity here tonight, she's got to try and make the most of it. Look, even if Bayley loses tonight, a strong performance, a really, a close loss is what she could hope to try and get out of this. If she just loses but really comes close, it might keep her in the hunt, in the loop for the near future, regardless of her winning or losing. Asuka, though, this is her return match. If she loses tonight, this might be it for her, as Bayley can't quite find what she was looking for. Neither can Asuka. Every woman missing everything they've got to offer there. As now Asuka not missing that one with the big time tornado DDT. And Asuka is fired up here. Well, Asuka's a very interesting one. Sometimes the fans love her. Sometimes they're not quite sure because she is so aggressive. She is so dominant at times. It's hard to really get a bit of a gauge on how the fans feel about her. They enjoy her work, but at times they'll quite enjoy the way she goes about things. Whereas Charlotte, there's no doubt about that. Very little fans for Charlotte. And Bayley, well, we know the young fans, they love her, so there's no doubt about it. This will be a bit of a split reaction to some of the action we see in the ring. As Asuka working away on Charlotte outside the ring. All three women out there right now, trying to gain the upper hand here. All of them trying to get a hold of each other, but none of it's happening because they all just continue to block everything that they're all throwing at one another and interrupting each other's offense. Now inside the ring, Asuka's got a hold of Charlotte. German suplex, down she goes. And Asuka with a strong start at times. She's looked nearly unstoppable here in Universe mode, but other times she can go through a bit of a slump, especially coming off a championship loss. When we saw her lose the NXT Women's Championship to Ember Moon, well, we saw Asuka just go and kind of fade away into obscurity. In fact, we didn't see her for a lot of time. 5 or 6 months we didn't see Asuka again. I fear that might happen again if Asuka loses tonight. If she falls out of the mix for the championship, it's almost like Asuka doesn't know what to do with herself when she's not challenging for the championship. Great suplex there by Bayley. She now turns her attention to Charlotte. Bayley to belly! Oh no, that could be all! But Charlotte, the referee calling for the rope break, it will be enforced in this one. Alright, so the foot underneath the rope, the referee said you've got to break it up, Bayley, otherwise we could have had a quick winner here. Not to be for Bayley, she'll be disappointed about that one. She came close. Bayley, she would love nothing more than a win here tonight and become the women's champion. And Asuka, shot to the midsection there by Bayley. Asuka reeling a little bit, now over the top of the rope. Bayley gonna light her up here. Slaps her up in the face. Bayley got a little bit more to come. As, hangs her up on the ropes, and Asuka to the outside of the ring. And Bayley will try and get Asuka up again now. And here we go, up in the shoulders. And here we go! Slams her face first off the steel steps. And now coming back over to Charlotte, who gets a hold of Bayley, gonna drive her back inside the ring. And a right-hander followed up, and now the boot. Bayley's hurting. Just when Bayley was really getting on top of this matchup, it just turns around in the other direction. Charlotte now back in there. Asuka as well, and Charlotte with a spear. Not a lot of momentum behind it though, but Asuka's up in the corner there. She's got no idea what just happened. She'll turn around just in time though, realizing the cover was about to be made. She breaks that up. And now Asuka, right hand there to Charlotte. More strikes here, and Asuka going to try and find a combination. There's 3. Looking for one more big kick right to the skull. There is Charlotte. She rolls out of the ring. Great combination there by Asuka, and that could be the combination that just gets her going again, gets the confidence building after a little bit of a downward period in the last couple of minutes. Asuka has Bayley in the middle of the ring right now, dragging her closer towards the center, and Bayley is hurting. Asuka has full advantage right now. Can she take advantage of it? Bayley slowly back to her feet. Charlotte dazzled a little bit as well. Asuka gets Bayley off her feet, going for the submission. Charlotte's there. Right hand now by Asuka. And a drop kick. Down goes Charlotte. Rolled to the outside of the ring, and Asuka taunting away. And Asuka, she's going to head out there and join her, but Charlotte gets back on the ring. Her focus might be on Bayley. Asuka, oh no, oh no, Charlotte, here it comes, natural selection. Asuka is down. Bayley needs to break it up. She does. And Charlotte, very, very confident now. Bayley goes down. Charlotte with a couple of clotheslines to keep her down. But Bayley back up, and that one will keep her down for a little bit longer. Now Charlotte for the cover. Still, is this enough? Asuka had enough time to recover. Charlotte, will she try for it again? She's got Asuka right there if she wants to, but Asuka rolls to her feet! Met with a spear, and that might be all now. Charlotte hooks the leg. Could be it here. And Asuka has enough to kick out. I gotta say, I'm surprised. I didn't think she had enough time to really recover from the natural selection. Bayley back in, and Charlotte wrapped up there and hung up in the corner now. Bayley has a hold of Charlotte. And here we go. Bayley looking to get some confidence and momentum building. In the corner, Bayley drives the shoulder. And she's going to go for it one more time. Going to line her up. Here we go. Bayley with an elbow. Charlotte is in prime position if Bayley wants to strike. She hits a suplex. She goes down, hooks the leg. Asuka not aware of it. Here's 1, 2. Asuka breaks it up just in time. Asuka, she's been really in the wars the last few minutes. Not a lot happening for her. Whereas Bayley has come close. Charlotte has come agonizingly close. And Bayley hooks the leg now on Charlotte. Kick out again. Asuka hasn't quite looked as likely as the others. That's concerning for Asuka. She needs to try and find something because time's running out, I feel. There will be a winner soon. You just get that feeling with Charlotte hitting the natural selection and the spear on Asuka. She's hurting. Bayley's taking a bit of offense now. She's over the outside of the ring. She's outside there. She crashed out there and she'll be hurting as well. Charlotte is in the dominant position right now to retain her championship. Charlotte will drag Bayley in the corner. And this is where you don't want to be. Right hands now by Charlotte, working away in the corner near the barricade. Charlotte was going to go back in, but realized Asuka was coming over to her on the outside of the ring. Now the two women will fight it out in the corner there. And Asuka driven into the steel steps. That's going to hurt. And Charlotte, she's going to toss Asuka down. I think she might have landed on the knees or close to that area of Bayley. That's a bit of a tough landing for Asuka nonetheless. Bayley, she's hurting. Charlotte realizes this. She's just going to take advantage, throw her back in the ring and finish her off here. Can she do it though? Wasting a bit of time. Or will she look to use the announce table for more effect? Bayley, head first into the announce desk. This is where you don't want to be in this predicament for Bayley. Charlotte going to try and get back in there, but Bayley's to her feet now.
That's a good sign for Bayley. She can get some offense going. Bayley to Billy. Where did it come from? But Asuka's there. Bayley delivering it out of nowhere. Can she find one again this time to Asuka? Because if she does, she'll win it. She's just going to try and maybe get Asuka off her feet and go for the cover again on Charlotte. Asuka's down. Will Bayley look for it? Looking for more offense on Asuka instead as she goes for the submission. Wraps up the chin. Wrenches the back of Asuka. And now she can't quite keep the hold. Asuka's back up to her feet here. Charlotte's still down, but looks like she'll be okay as she starts to stir. And now Asuka. Is that an ankle lock? It might be. Bayley quickly rolls out of it though. And Asuka is back up to her feet. Charlotte is as well, but she goes down thanks to a Bayley dropkick. Now Asuka's got the arm wrench back. This is real trouble now. And Bayley, more right hands there to Asuka. And Bayley trying to survive, but Asuka, oh no, she could be in position here, Bayley, but Asuka didn't go for it. Thought maybe the Asuka lock was coming. In the corner, Asuka with a kick. Has she got more offense there? No. Bayley. Now has Asuka, and there's a suplex into the corner. Asuka is down, but she sweeps Bayley off her feet. Charlotte is back in, front face lock, and now takes her down and maybe setting her up here for the figure 4 into the figure 8. Working on the legs of Asuka. Here's the cover and a kick out late in the count. Well, who does Charlotte target? Does she think she can beat Asuka, or will it be Bayley? Looks to be Asuka right now. Asuka in position for natural selection. Charlotte could win it here. Bayley, on the other hand, has other ideas. Charlotte with an elbow. Now the shot to the midsection. Oh, it's Bayley's turn. It is Bayley's turn. Natural selection. Take your pick. It's over. Charlotte can pin both. Here it is. The hook of the leg. Bayley will be pinned, and Charlotte will retain her Women's Championship. Well, that was very comprehensive from the Queen, Charlotte Flair. She picks up the win. She could have had Asuka beaten. She could have had Bayley beaten. And in the end, it was Bayley that she chose to pin, and it was successful. Natural selection on Asuka, then natural selection on Bayley. I'll tell you what, Bayley put up a huge fight. Asuka, I gotta say, quite underwhelming, not at her best at all. Bayley came close. And she just had to have had Asuka out of the picture when she hit those Bayley to bellies. She might have been the one to pin Charlotte tonight, and she could have been walking out as Women's Champion. But instead, Charlotte takes the most of her chances. She had a brilliant opportunity to strike, and she did. Natural selection to both of her challenges, and she walks out of tonight still the Women's Champion. A great performance from Bayley. Asuka not at her best, but Charlotte was just that little bit better, and she remains the Women's Champion of Smackdown. We've got Rey Mysterio here backstage. Rey, in a moment's time, you're about to face Bray Wyatt and his followers in a 6-man tag team match. Can we just ask what type of medical condition you're in? How are you feeling after all these attacks that you've faced from Bray Wyatt over the last few weeks? Look, I'll admit, I'll be the first one to say it. Bray Wyatt, he's beaten me up, he's beaten me down, and honestly, I didn't expect myself to be even here tonight. Bray Wyatt has destroyed me over these last couple of months, not just physically, but also emotionally. When I wake up every morning, every part of my body hurts. So when I get in this ring tonight, I don't know if I'm going to be able to perform the way that I want to perform, because Bray Wyatt has hurt me badly. Fortunately tonight, Booker T and Rob Van Dam have thankfully decided to help me out and make this a 6-man tag team match. I've been outnumbered, I've been outgunned. It has been a real struggle. Bray Wyatt, he demolished me at SummerSlam. Bray Wyatt embarrassed me at SummerSlam. You know, I've never lost a match so easily, so quickly in a long time. So tonight, I'm looking for redemption. I'm looking to get my hands on Bray Wyatt one way or another. I don't care if it's a 6-man tag team match and I have to go through the Ascension to get him. If that's what I've got to do, then I'm going to do that. Tonight, it's about Bray Wyatt and myself. And thankfully, I've got some backup alongside of me to help deal with the Ascension. And Bray, I haven't forgotten what you've done. And even after tonight, you and we still have our unfinished business to attend to. Even if I beat you or you beat me tonight, I'm not going away anywhere. I'm not going away until we finish this once and for all one-on-one. But tonight, you're going to get a little bit of a taste of what's to come in the near future when we go head-to-head once again. Well, Rey Mysterio looks to be okay. He is cleared to compete tonight, and he's got some backup tonight in RVD and Booker T. Some Hall of Fame All-Star backup indeed. Well, Rey Mysterio will be able to compete. Bray Wyatt tried his best to take him down, but it won't be happening just yet. Bray Wyatt and the Ascension, they have formed a group called Bray's Followers. Zack Ryder and Ty Dillinger are also a part of the group. Bray Wyatt has really started to turn things around for himself, and tonight RVD, Booker T and Rey Mysterio are standing in his way. Bray has been determined to make an example out of Rey Mysterio. He's targeted Rey Mysterio to be the first man he wanted to sacrifice on his journey to success. He has taken superstars that he has deemed that are failures. He has deemed Zack Ryder, The Ascension, and Ty Dillinger to be failures, and he hopes to try and bring them up out from the bottomless pit back to the surface, and hopefully to restore any credibility and hopefully restore their careers. So far, I believe Bray has succeeded in his mission. The Ascension are starting to rack up a few wins. They've looked pretty impressive over the last month or so. Zack Ryder has started to get a bit more confidence. The only one that's probably struggling a little bit still is Ty Dillinger, who did take a loss to Booker T recently on Smackdown. And speaking of the Ascension, here they come. These two men, on their night, can be one of the most dominant duos here on Smackdown. They are former tag team champions. A few years ago, the Ascension, they were running this tag team division. They were unstoppable. And they just had about a year or two period after losing those tag titles where they just couldn't quite buy a win. The confidence was down, the momentum was gone, the Ascension was struggling. But Bray Wyatt has seen something in them and has told them, he's given them the pep talk of the century, has told them, don't worry, don't give up. We can turn this around, and that's been his mission. I think he succeeded. But we heard from Rey Mysterio a moment ago. He believes that he's down in the dumps. He's hurting badly, but he's here tonight. His confidence is a little bit low, I think, after taking that loss. He feels embarrassed after what happened at Summerslam. He believes that he needs to redeem himself. And tonight, he's going to give Bray Wyatt a little bit of a taste of what is to come when Rey Mysterio has said it himself that he wants to get his hands on Bray Wyatt one-on-one. And it's not about a six-man tag team match. It's more about having some backup to make sure that Bray Wyatt doesn't attack and destroy Rey Mysterio again. And he has enlisted some Hall of Fame backup. And here comes one of them. Booker T on his way to the ring. Back in action once again. We saw him take on Ty Dillinger a couple of weeks ago, and Booker T defeated Ty Dillinger, but I gotta say, he looked very, very rusty. Hopefully the rust is gone, and hopefully Booker T starts to show some better signs, because Rey Mysterio is gonna need him tonight. Booker T struggled a little bit, just I think with the pace of the match, just getting himself going again. But Booker T, he's fit, he's healthy, he's raring to go. He works backstage as a producer here. He helps put together some of the matches. And Booker T saw what happened at SummerSlam, thought it was despicable. And when Bray Wyatt picked up another win on SmackDown, Booker T had had enough. He decided he was going to strike. He laid out Bray Wyatt and joined the fight. And this man, the third man in the group, was revealed recently on SmackDown. Rob Van Dam coming to the aid of Booker T in a backstage brawl. RVD also works backstage as an agent, and RVD had seen enough. He decided, let me get my boots on one last time. Let me come out and help a dear friend and Booker T, and let's resolve this issue with Rey Mysterio and Bray Wyatt. Rob Van Dam coming to the aid of Booker and Mysterio tonight. RVD and Rey Mysterio have had their history in the past, and they have plenty of respect for one another. Rob Van Dam is back. We've seen plenty of RVD here in Universe Mode. Former Tag Team Champion. Of course, who could forget the Celtic Thunder, RVD and Sheamus. Rob Van Dam, over 30 wins here in Universe Mode history. He's been very successful throughout his time, but he's been gone, out of the ring. He did some independent matches for a year or so, took up a job here in the WWE working backstage, and now he is back in the ring, perhaps for one last time. It's great to see him. He looks great. And RVD will help Rey Mysterio tonight, and it's going to be Rey and Bray starting this match off. Rey Mysterio, when we saw him at Summerslam, he had bandages over every part of that torso, and who knows what he had underneath the tights there. He might have had knee braces on, bandages wrapped around. We don't know, but all we do know is Rey was severely hurt. He should never have been competing. I don't know how he got cleared to compete at SummerSlam. I think he just defied the orders. I think he just wanted to fight so badly, but he was embarrassed, as Rey Mysterio put it. He was beaten in about 5 minutes flat from Bray Wyatt. It was a quick match. He had one little moment where he hit the 619, where it gave us a little bit of hope, but apart from that, Bray just beat him down very, very easily. Rey, we haven't seen him since. After that match at SummerSlam, Bray Wyatt attacked Rey Mysterio again. If he wasn't already hurt then, he was hurt even more when Bray beat him up even further. And that really ticked off the locker room. In fact, a good portion of the locker room was really annoyed at Bray Wyatt, and they felt as though that something had to be done. But Bray, so dominant, and there's a Spinneroonie from Booker. He's feeling it early, and Bray's back in. Victor, a short stint, and Bray quickly shuts it down. Another clothesline there to Booker T. And this time Booker with the elbow rather. There's the clothesline. Well, Booker T, he rallied some support backstage, but ultimately he decided RVD was the guy. He felt as though he could trust the most to help him fight against Bray's followers. Because, we analysed it on Smackdown a few weeks ago. There really wasn't a lot of available superstars. With the Fatal 4-Way for the US title, with the big Shield match happening as well, with AJ Styles in the main event, there wasn't a lot of guys that, you could say that were top-of-the-line talent that could come along and help Booker and help Rey Mysterio. And that's why he asked RVD, a close friend of Booker T, to get back in the ring and see if he'll support him in this endeavor, and luckily he agreed. Right now RVD yet to see the action as Connor rolls to the outside to come up to Booker T. Connor, the bigger man in the matchup here, and he's got to try and use his size, with RVD more of a high-flying style. Booker T, he can brawl around a little bit, but he's got a bit of technical ability as well. Not sure how much technical ability he's got left at his age, but he'll certainly brawl. And Rey Mysterio, we know, one of the greatest high flyers of all time. So expect the pace to quicken when RVD and Mysterio are in. But Booker T might try and match up a little bit more with the likes of Bray and Connor. Booker T still in tremendous shape. Connor with big right hands has got Booker T a little bit stunned. As we said, he just looked a little bit poor against Tye Dillinger. It looked a step slow, very sluggish. Dillinger, at one point, I thought was going to beat him. Booker T able to fight back, though, hit the scissors kick and win it, but it was not his finest performance, that's for sure. Oh, there's a big kick there. And Booker T getting some momentum building as Mysterio is back in. We'll have to wait a little bit longer for Rey. And that win that he had against Tye Dillinger was actually Booker T's first ever win here in Universe Mode. And his third match. I think he's only had Battle Royal since, apart from that. But Booker T getting a much needed confidence boost before he approached this match. As now, Connor dragging Mysterio towards the middle of the ring. Big step up here for the Ascension, coming up against some Hall of Famers. This is a chance where they can prove themselves to be worthy to share the ring with them, to be alongside Bray. Bray's given them a lot of confidence. He has really enlisted the trust in them that they can be all-star caliber superstars. They have been tag team champions in the past, yes, but it was quite some time ago. Bray's giving them a lot of trust as, Rey finds an elbow, stops Bray from splashing him in the corner. Rey connected with the boot, but not enough to get Bray off his feet. Rey gets Bray in the wrong corner, and the tag has been made. That's where you're going wrong, Rey. You can't allow that to happen. whipped him into the wrong corner, and Connor smart enough to get a tag to save his leader. Very, very wise decision. As now Rey up with the shoulders of Connor, and here we go! Mysterio 619! Now! No, thought about going over the top of the rope, decided against it. Mysterio, and that may cost him. Normally he springs off the rope, hits the big pin drop splash, and that's it. Not going to drop the dime here tonight though. As Connor shut it down. Mysterio with a boot to the face there, not to be there for Connor. Rey shot to the midsection. What can he produce? Mysterio flips him through, shoulders down, doesn't keep the shoulders down and try and go for the cover. Is that a mistake? Connor thought about a tag to Victor, not to be. And RVD get the face, get in the ring here and do much. Rey Mysterio off the top of the rope now. RVD will watch on as Rey hits a frog splash. Is it a 5-star quality? I think so. RVD happy about it. Now he'll try and get in here and stop Bray Wyatt, but he can't do it. And now Van Dam wants a taste of it. Right hand right there to Bray, and that will allow Rey to hit the Hurricane Runner. Van Dam going to stay in the ring. He wants his hands on Bray, and he'll send him down with the inverted DDT. And that'll get him out of the ring. So Van Dam getting a small little taste of action here tonight. As now, Connor throwing Mysterio back in, and RVD grabs the boot there of Connor, and that'll distract him. And that'll give Rey a bit of a moment to catch his breath. And Connor will go for the tag, and Victor's back in now. Victor with the left hand there to Rey. And Rey going to drive in the corner. Who's going to get the tag now? Can he get the tag? Booker T's going to be back in here now. No tag for Van Dam yet. As what the hell is Rey doing? Hurricane Runner into the powerbomb. Well, I think they have got to have rehearsed that one. They've been working in that one behind the scenes. The two veterans coming together beautifully. Booker T and RVD, we've seen them in the past. It's now Booker T and Rey Mysterio together. It's a great combination. It's working out well. And now Victor in the corner has Booker T right there. And he's going to taunt away. And he's going to let up his opportunity instead. He connects with a huge boot. And Booker T he's hurting a little bit now. As now he picks up Booker. Back body drop. And Booker trying to crawl to Van Dam, not to be. And Victor with another boot to the back there. And now we'll work away on him. Trouble here. Another stomp. Victor going to pick up Booker T. You can see Connor, he's not in really any condition to get back in here. But Bray, I think he's ready. And an uppercut there in the corner there by Victor. Bray going to give Victor a bit of room to work with now. And Booker T is hurting. And RVD yet to get in here. I think he wants to be in there. Can RVD get a tag? Booker T needs to try and get out of here. Going to drive Victor to his corner. This might be his chance to get in. Booker T going to tag in. It's Rey Mysterio again. And RVD. Oh, an arm. The arm worked away there by Rey with a double axe. Well, I'm not sure if Van Dam has got any undisclosed injury or this is a bit of the game plan. But no action yet for Rob Van Dam, really. As now Rey heads to the outside. And now Victor's got him up here. And... oh, off the apron. Rey Mysterio falls to the outside. RVD watching on. He might want to help out here. Rey Mysterio's cracked some ribs over the last month or so since Bray Wyatt's targeted him. He can't be in the best condition as RVD thought about getting himself involved. Now he's in the ring. Van Dam, no. Yeah, RVD itching to get himself in there. No one's been able to tag him in yet. They've had some chances, but they've sided against it. Are they trusting RVD? Why wouldn't you? Former tag team champion here in Universe Mode. I'd be trusting him. A man that almost pulled off a fairy tale win over Brock Lesnar back in Season 1 for the WWE Championship. RVD's had some tremendous moments. Mysterio! Oh, what about the kick there? Spun away, connected right in the face of Victor. He goes down and Rey has a chance to tag out if he wants to. But Rey trying to get the confidence going. He's trying to get this crowd building some support for him and his team. Mysterio going to get Victor towards the middle. And now going to work away on him and slowly build towards a big move, you feel. Mysterio nicely executing that one there. And Rey's got Victor where he wants him. And the head clash there. The jawbreaker. Now Victor going to get Mysterio back in the corner. And the tag's been made. Bray's back in here. And why wouldn't he be? He's done the job before over Rey. You'd trust him to do it again. He has had Rey's number. Every time these two have a confrontation, Bray's been able to lay out Rey and severely hurt him. Bray now in the corner. Mysterio. Oh, misses it. Misses the big splash. Swats that right hand away though. Bray not having any of it. And a big splash in the corner. Rey goes down. And this could be the beginning of the end for Mysterio. Bray Wyatt. We thought about it. We thought it was going to be. And there it is. The Uranagi. And will Sister Abigail come very soon? Will we see it? Rey Mysterio. He is injured. He's banged up. And now this is the point of the match where when you get isolated for this length of time, the Uranagi hits, you get double team on the outside here. All those injuries start to come back into play and really hurt you even more. Every time you get struck in the face or in the midsection, it hurts just that little bit more. And Rey Mysterio is going to try and dig deep here and fight through it. Fight through the pain, get to the corner, and tag in one of his tag team partners. That's what they're here to do. They're here to help Rey out. RVD hasn't been able to get in there. Booker T's had some ring time. Bray now isolating Rey. Count of 6. Rey bounced off the apron. And Bray no interest, I feel, in winning this one by count out as he tosses Rey back in. Bray wants to get the 1, 2, 3. Mysterio! He tags in Booker T. Booker with a drop kick. And again, no RVD. And now the kick again. And Booker T with the right hand. Well, Van Dam is as fresh as anything, but he just can't get the tag. Mysterio was desperate. Booker T was the closest one. RVD, he's there if they need him. But Bray is about to maybe put this one to rest. He might want to get himself involved now, Van Dam. They really need him now. Bray Wyatt lining up Booker T to put this one away. Mysterio is down. He can't help. Booker T. Oh, here we go. Sister Abigail. Bray Wyatt with the cover. That'll be all. Rey Mysterio's down, but RVD is there to break it up. And he might not have got any ring time, but that was the most crucial moment in the match as Victor with an STO. Connor, rather, takes him down. Victor now gets the tag. And Booker will have his chances perhaps against Victor now. Booker's hurting though. Sister Abigail. Booker T's going to try and dig deep himself as Victor gets him straight back towards the corner. And an uppercut. Trouble for Booker T. Bray Wyatt has served this up on a silver platter for the Ascension. Who will take care of it? Will Booker T lose here to Victor? Will he look to get RVD in here? Now the backbreaker. Mysterio back on the apron, but I can't say he's 100% at all. And now, look out. Samoan drop by Booker T. There's something for him. Van Dam, little involvement in this one, but perhaps the most crucial moment, saving the match. When it was all over, you felt for Booker T. Van Dam will support Booker T on as Booker with a boot. Try to hang in there. Can he produce some magic, Booker T? What's he got for us? Victor's in the corner now. Booker T with a splash. And now, he might be ready to line him up. Booker T, shot to the midsection. Here we go. Scissors kick. Booker T takes care of Victor. And this could be it from Team Mysterio. Van Dam takes out Bray. And Booker T, Rob Van Dam, and Rey Mysterio win. Huge moment in this match. Booker T with the scissors kick RVD couldn't get a tag in the whole match. But geez, he picked his moments to come in here and make his mark. He came in there and he took care of Bray to stop him from breaking up the pinfall, and he saved the match. Booker T gets the win for Mysterio's team. Van Dam will celebrate too. A job well done, and Rey Mysterio finally has some success.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have been waiting for it for a long time, and the wait is now over. The WWE Championship is on the line. Roman Reigns will defend it finally once again against AJ Styles. Let's take a look at how this all came to be. We'll take you back to the Royal Rumble where AJ Styles took on Roman Reigns. AJ was the champion at the time. Reigns, though, would get the job done, hitting a huge spear on AJ, and that would be enough to capture him his WWE Championship once again. Then, at the Elimination Chamber, Styles would have a rematch, and just when we thought he was about to maybe put Reigns away, Reigns delivered another huge spear, and once again would retain the championship. Then, at SummerSlam recently, AJ Styles, he finally beat Reigns when he hit the Styles Clash on Roman Reigns, and that was enough to win the match, and AJ Styles was once again eligible to challenge for the championship. The confidence is now there for AJ. Can he build on it and capture the WWE Championship once again? Well, we heard from him earlier on. He is focused, he is raring to go, and he understands the magnitude of this opportunity. And tonight, AJ Styles could walk out as the United States and WWE Champion, something that we have never seen before here in Universe Mode. Won the United States Championship from Dean Ambrose. He's defended it numerous times over the last number of months. He won the title because he wanted to feel what it was like to be champion again. He felt as though his confidence was low, and he really believed the US title could bring him back to the top, and it has. He's learned how to be a champion again. He's learned how to remain as a champion. And AJ Styles has beaten some of the best to keep that belt around his waist. And now Styles will look to build on this confidence that he's been able to gain over this rivalry with the Shield and the Club. It has been brewing and brewing and brewing. It boiled out of control at SummerSlam. And now the two leaders of their respective groups, you feel, will finally meet after all this time. AJ finally gets his chance at the WWE Championship once again. Roman Reigns. Nobody likes him around here. He is perhaps the most hated superstar we have got. But you can't deny he gets the job done. Wearing the Shield uniform here tonight, representing the Shield. We saw him earlier on tonight when the Shield did defeat Gallows and Anderson to become the #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championships. The Shield have been excellent. Roman Reigns has been spearheading it, and Reigns would like to complete a perfect night for the Shield and keep the WWE Championship around his waist. Reigns near perfect since the Royal Rumble, even defending the WWE Championship at WrestleMania when he took down Finn Balor. Roman has been just simply brilliant. There's no other way of putting it. Reigns, he knocks down any comer that comes his way. He will beat them all. And AJ Styles, he has beaten him 3 times when the title has been on the line. At the Royal Rumble, at the Elimination Chamber, and even on an episode of Smackdown. That, of course, was AJ Styles' last chance, and he blew it just before WrestleMania. Styles is ready. Styles knows this has to be his night. He knows that he needs to make this happen, because if he loses, well, I really don't know when his next chance will be. Roman Reigns has loved being champion. Roman Reigns won the WWE Championship all the way back in about season number 2. And Reigns, he held the title for only a month. He won it at the Elimination Chamber in the Chamber match, lost it at WrestleMania, and ever since he just could never get close to winning it again. And this has been the title reign that Roman Reigns has craved, that he has really, really wanted, and has been everything he has wanted and more. He has been superb, but now his ultimate challenge, a remotivated AJ Styles. An AJ Styles that's got his confidence back, an AJ Styles that is ready. He's done his homework, he's had months to prepare for this moment, and AJ, so far, not a great start for him. Roman Reigns getting the hot start here. And we expected that from Roman, to come out of the blocks hot to try and, well, keep AJ Styles in the back foot a little bit, just to put a bit of pressure on him and remind AJ that he is the big dog. Reigns, oh, I thought he almost countered, but instead AJ connected with the neck breaker. AJ Styles, US champion, King of the Ring winner, WWE champion, has helped make the club what it is today as well. AJ has been involved in some excellent, tremendous moments. And he's also an NXT champion at one point as well. He started his career in NXT here in Universe Mode, won that championship. And AJ has been so incredible. Wherever he's gone, whether it be Raw, SmackDown, or NXT, you always find AJ at the top of the card. You can't hold him down. And that's exactly what's happened here. The stipulation that he couldn't challenge for the championship for as long as Reigns was the WWE champion, that was holding him back, but he found a way to uplift it when the club defeated the Shield at SummerSlam. He's got to make the most of that win. He can't let that win go to waste. He needs to beat Reigns here, and there's a big clothesline. Roman Reigns looking the goods so far. AJ going to try and get himself going here. Reigns to the cover, could be all for AJ early on, count of 2. Roman Reigns, his journey to the WWE Championship went through the Smackdown General Manager Edge. So you know that Edge is probably rooting on AJ Styles here tonight. And he gave AJ a chance to get that clause in the contract revoked and allow him to compete for the title again. And AJ didn't let him down. Will he let him down tonight? AJ Styles now has a hold of Roman. Up he goes, looking for the powerbomb, finds it. Reigns reeling right there, his back hurting. Styles. And, oh, met with a clothesline there by Reigns. Back and forth exchange to start things off here as Reigns with the belly to belly. Going to get a little bit of separation happening now. Trying to kind of put AJ Styles in a bit of trouble early on. Now the knee. Reigns is one of the most vicious and dominating and devastating stars we have on SmackDown. He will do whatever it takes to keep that championship. We sure as hell know that. He will put anyone away. He will injure anybody. He will do whatever he needs to do. We've seen that in the past. He's almost frightening at times. Roman Reigns says, oh! Styles takes him down. And AJ, he's feeling it. AJ Styles trying to draw on this crowd to give him some support here. Is AJ with a couple of right hands. Styles, Pele kick. AJ starting to roll. And oh, here we go, the calf crusher early on. Reigns in trouble, but the boot's on the rope. Ooh, very close there. AJ Styles caught him out. Reigns, it's been a while since he's had a one-on-one match against AJ. They had a confrontation at SummerSlam, yes. Reigns needs to try and draw on past experience and figure out how he beat AJ back then and try and do it again tonight. AJ gonna line him up now. Is he about to go for it? Phenomenal forearm, finds nothing but thin air. Reigns ducking underneath AJ Styles over the top there, found nothing. And Reigns could be about to capitalize on AJ Styles' mistake. And AJ, well, I just think he didn't have the room, the space to do it. Reigns was right against the ropes there. AJ was probably better off looking to maybe move Reigns towards the center of the ring before he went for the phenomenal forearm. And that's a mistake. And Reigns is targeting the legs now of AJ, trying to keep him grounded and slow him down. Reigns is going to get out of the ring, or at least try to. Going to hold onto the ropes now to get him back to his feet. And AJ Styles, right hand, connecting. Nice strike there. Is AJ, he's up at the top of the rope now. Is he about to fly? The phenomenal one. Is he about to? He's lining him up. I think he's waiting for Reigns to get in position. AJ, no. He realized it wasn't on. AJ thought about it and thought about it. But is it worth the risk this early on in the match to go for that type of move, miss it, and then potentially cost yourself a chance of winning? AJ thought perhaps not. Count of 3 now, so referee continues his count here as both superstars are outside the ring. AJ Styles getting a hold of Reigns. He's near the ring post, deciding against it, decides to use the table instead, the announce table. Count of 6 now. AJ Styles will get Reigns back inside. And AJ goes in as well. Right hand, no. There's Reigns, SDO. Well, just when AJ had a bit of momentum there, just when AJ Styles is building some offense, Reigns shutting it down. Reigns could really capitalize here if AJ's not careful. Does get the block though. Crucial block is AJ. Went for the springboard DDT. Couldn't find it either. And the springboard not working for AJ. Superman punch quickly into the cover. Will this be it for AJ Styles? The shoulder is up. Oh, very close there as AJ Styles almost beaten there by Reigns, who, as soon as he hit that punch, connected straight into the cover, and Reigns went for the spear there. AJ countering. Styles now against the ropes, dropping the knee. Well, if Reigns hits the spear, it would have been over. Styles good enough to counter for now. Reigns up on the shoulders. The knee in the back of his head. And Styles trying to get this crowd again to cheer him on. It's working well. A hostile crowd against Reigns. We know that for sure. AJ Styles looking good. But can he keep it going? He's missed the mark on a few of his big attempts. That's a dangerous sign for AJ. You don't want to miss when you got a chance, because Reigns will make you pay. And now Reigns, powerbomb. Roman Reigns lays out AJ Styles, and that is now a ship that has gone sailing for AJ. He had it right in his palm of his hand, a chance to really capitalize and put Reigns down. But now Reigns in complete control again. Clothesline. There's another one. AJ. Oh no. There's another clothesline. Roman Reigns looking the goods. Styles trying to hang on. Reigns, no. Superman punch avoided. Now Roman up on the shoulders. Look out. AJ. Down he goes. Reigns puts him down. Is down and almost gets beaten there. AJ had him down. Reigns able to get the shoulders up though. Now AJ looking for the Styles clash, is he? AJ gonna go for it here. AJ Styles. Styles clash. Cover. But no, the hand grabbed the rope, or underneath the rope as well. The referee says you've got to break it up, AJ. He can't believe it. He better believe it. Reigns finds a way. Now Styles dropping the knee again. AJ Styles not letting up now. He knows that a chance for a victory is in his grasp, and he's doing everything he can to try and hang on to it. As the crowd are enjoying the action. It is a close match between these two. AJ Styles has Reigns down. More right hands by AJ. Reigns, front face lock, not going to happen. Swatted away by AJ. Oh, he went for the clothesline outside the ring, but Reigns caught him. And now AJ's on the second rope. Reigns. Oh, look out. Big knee. Oh, AJ got caught out there. Reigns sucking him in. And now AJ Styles kicked out. Reigns could have won it right there and then. Stomped away now. AJ Styles would love a victory. Love to try and make this happen. Can he do it? Front face lock now by Reigns. AJ Styles hanging on. And Reigns slowing this match down as he tries to get himself back into it. It's been a tough few minutes for Reigns. But AJ, he's going to fight through it. AJ now has a hold of Reigns, picks him up, in a 1916, and down he goes. AJ continues to get this crowd to rally behind him. Reigns now has a hold of AJ, but AJ not letting it happen. Here we go again. AJ Styles, Pele. Nicely executed there by AJ. And he is rocking right now. I like this from AJ Styles. Going for the Craft Crusher. Is he close to the ropes? Yeah, I wasn't getting too excited. Just felt as though AJ was close to the ropes again. Reigns with the boot there. Referee calling for the break, but you can see Reigns. He's a little bit sore in that leg area. Has he done the damage? No. AJ has made quite a number of mistakes here tonight. He's not at his best, I feel, in terms of his ring presence, his ring awareness. Now looking to line up Reigns for the Phenomenal Forearm. This is where he missed earlier on. Can he find it this time? Yes, he can! He sure can! The Phenomenal Forearm from AJ Styles! Will this be it? Will AJ win the WWE title? Hooks the leg. AJ's gonna do it. No, the shoulder up. Well, he tried to connect earlier on in that position. He missed. This time he found it. AJ can't get it done though. Dropping the knee again. Reigns is hurting, but Reigns still in the fight. And Reigns can't get the scoop slam to happen. AJ, clothesline. Styles gonna drive the boot to Reigns' head, but Reigns grabs it, sweeps him off his feet. AJ goes down, and Reigns, is this his chance to get back into it? Reigns rolls him over and looking for the win here. Can Reigns pull off the upset and come back from being down here? That's what it would be right now, I feel. The last few minutes has been all AJ Styles. If Reigns was to win now, it might be a bit of an upset win. Reigns has been impressive over the last number of months, but is the wear and tear of being champion starting to catch up on him? A big matchup here. Reigns is struggling a little bit. AJ getting the better of him. Roman Reigns, can he find a way? Sweeps AJ off his feet again. He's gearing towards it. AJ going to use the ropes to try and get back up now. And Roman Reigns, big right hand to AJ. He goes down. Reigns in the ring all alone now. And, oh my God, that's Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn from the crowd. Sami Zayn, oh, Reigns trying to strike Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn distracting Reigns. Meanwhile, AJ back in the ring now, but Reigns turns around. And AJ couldn't quite capitalize. Reigns rolls through. Oh no, he still got him. The powerbomb. Sami Zayn out here trying to distract Roman Reigns. We haven't seen Zayn since Extreme Rules. And Reigns trying not to let that rattle him. Going for the spear, but he missed. AJ ducked underneath. And now Reigns up at the shoulders of AJ Styles. Look out. There he goes. Down he goes. Styles to win the title. With the distraction by Sami, no. Sami Zayn, we haven't seen him. It's almost like he was a ghost. We haven't seen him since Reigns beat the living hell out of him at Extreme Rules. But Reigns looks a little bit stunned right now. Is AJ Phenomenal Forearm? He hits it. He's got it. Center of the ring. Styles, new WWE Champion. AJ Styles has done it. Months and months of frustration, of being on the sidelines, of not being able to challenge for that very title. It's all over. Styles beats Roman Reigns. And now, oh, here is Sami Zayn. He's not done yet. The steel chair. Sami Zayn. Let's not forget, he beat Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules. He won the WWE Championship. But it was all erased from the record books because Vince McMahon felt as though that it should never counted because Sami Zayn was injured. A bad injury, an injury that has kept Zayn out for many, many months. We haven't heard from Zayn. We haven't seen Sami Zayn. We didn't know what the status was for him. As Zayn drives Reigns into the ring post. And again, revenge is bittersweet. Reigns has lost the WWE title. AJ Styles has just walked to the back and, well, he's just letting this happen. This has been months in the making. Sami Zayn back and now looking to take care of business. Sami looking to return the favor. As Reigns now on the table. And it was the table that Reigns powerbombed him through to begin this whole mess for Zayn. And Sammy's up on the top. Oh, the elbow! Leaps through the air and lands on Roman Reigns and puts him through the table. Sami Zayn is back, and he has cost Reigns the WWE title. Reigns is hurt, and Payback is a you-know-what, and Zayn has done it in the ultimate way. That is Payback. We have a new champion. Sami is back. What will happen next? We'll find out next time on Smackdown for Universe Mode. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed it, leave a like on it and let me know if you watched the full show by leaving the word Backlash in the comment section down below. Make sure you check out the website, BrendenPlayz.com, for more Universe Mode coverage. Come along to our Discord as well. The link will be in the description down below. It's free to join, and you can join the BrendenPlayz community. Follow me on Twitter at BrendenPlayz to stay up to date with everything to do with WWE 2k19 Universe Mode and much, much more. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy the episode. I hope you enjoy the pay-per-view. It is good to be back with another exclusive branded pay-per-view, and the next time we have a pay-per-view, it will be Fastlane, and that will be a Raw exclusive pay-per-view as well. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.